Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap. Okay, I'm going to do a favorite of mine. It's called the spoon plop, where you get a really super thick trace and you plop your colors in. One thing I love about it, it's always a good backup plan if your soap starts to thicken up before you plan on it. It's a good, really good backup plan for that. But I also like it when you're experimenting because you don't have to worry about keeping your trace thin. Alright, so I'm going to intentionally get a very pudding thick trace and plop it into my mold. I'm using 4 colors. The reason I'm doing this tonight is I'm experimenting a little bit. I'm using 4 colors. The white, ultramarine blue, dizzy lemonade yellow, and hydrated chromium green. Okay, that's one of the colors I've never used before. I have used the chromium green before. This is what it looks like. A lot of you have used it. Nice, makes a nice green. This is the hydrated chromium green. It's a darker, more of a I think of like a Kelly green. And this is what it looks like mixed with oil. I really kind of like this a lot better, and this is the first time I've used this. So that's one thing I'm experimenting with. Put these back. Another thing is the scent oil I'm experimenting with. I have used this scent oil before, but never as the sole scent oil. I've used this mixed with others. This is brambleberries. I'm not sure if you can see that. Yuzu Cybella. And it does have sort of a fruity scent. And brambleberry claims that it works very well in cold processed soap. It behaves well. It does not discolor and it does not accelerate trace. Although that's not an issue here. I'm not worried about that. But I am using this new scent that I've not used as the sole scent. I'm using that hydrated chromium green before. I'm also using a new oil. I have never used apricot kernel oil before. I have used quite often a sweet almond oil, which is great in cold processed soap. It's also great to mix your colors, like for this instance, to pre-mix them. But when I give my soap, I don't have to label my ingredients because I give it away. I don't sell it, so I don't have to label the ingredients. And a lot of people are allergic to nut oils. And I don't want somebody to have some dangerous reaction because they used a soap of mine. So I have discontinued using any kind of nut oil in my soap. And Brambleberry says that apricot kernel is a very close, very good substitute for sweet almond oil. So that's what I'm using in this recipe, and I'll post the recipe below so you can see it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and mix this my usual procedure as always. Mix my lye Tussa silk water mixture. I'm going to get a light to a medium emulsification. Split this off into 4 batches, put my 4 colors in, and because I'm wanting a thick trace, I'll stick blend some more to get a thick trace. Put my scent in, stick blend some more if necessary because I want a pudding thick trace on this instance, and get it in the mold. We'll see how it looks. Here we go. A little bit of noise first. That's good to start. I'm not done stick blending, but that's a good start. Just get a very light trace to start. Okay, so I want to get this out of the way and get this into 4 equal containers. So I'm going to start, these are all the same size potato salad containers. I'm going to get it up to the pea first and potato salad. and I'll take it from there to see how much farther I need to go. And there's no need to weigh this because it does not have to be exact. Close is definitely good enough. And that is pretty darn close. I'm just going to go a little above beyond that. A little more. A little more. And a little more. That one may have just a little bit less than the other, so I think I will go ahead and scrape this out. I normally don't, but I think I will now. Because this first one has just a little bit less than the others. And that's good. Set that aside. That is just fine. Alright, let me get you into the picture here. Pour my titanium dioxide in, and yes, I am doing a water discount, and my recipe will show the water discount to help prevent glycerin rivers. I left a little bit in the green and the blue because those are darker colors, and the last time I did this I got my colors too dark, so I'm going to take my whisk and whisk them in, lightest to darkest, so I don't have to clean it in between. Go to my yellow, my green. Yeah, I like that green. I like it just like it is. I'm not going to add any more to it. And my blue. And I like the blue just like it is. I'm not going to add any more to it. Okay. Now, because I'm going to clean my whisk off just a minute, please. Because I want a really, really thick trace on this, I'm going to go ahead and stick blend some more. Let's see. Gosh, this would be great if I wanted a thin trace. It's tempting to change something, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of my scent oil in each. Kind of eyeball it. You don't have to be exact on this. Eyeballing it is just fine. Stir it in again, lightest to darkest. Man, this would work great if I wanted a thin trace. Man, I'm so tempted to change my idea right now. But I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with my original plan. So I'm going to stick blend these to get a really thick trace and spoon plop these in. Man, these are behaving great. I know that's going to thicken now with that amount of stick blending and the scent oil in it. Yep, it's starting to. Good. That's what I want. That's what I'm wanting to do, thicken up. But this proves that this center behaves well because it's the amount of stick blending and it's just now started. Look at the white, look how fluid that still is. This is a good scent to use if you want to keep a thin trace. I can tell already. Alright, now they're starting to thicken. Good, that's what I want. That's absolutely what I want. So let's get everything out of the way here. Get my stick blender out of the way. I really want it thicker than this, but it's going to happen. And it will happen as I'm plopping it in. So let me set these back, get my mold up here, get my spoons. So what I'll do is take my mold and plop a color, plop a color, plop a color, and alternate. So I'm going to have a different color, different spoon for each one. I really want it thicker than this. And I'm liking the look of this hydrated green. But I'm going to go ahead and start anyway. So I'm going to take my white and kind of more like pour it in because it's going to get thicker. Take my blue, kind of pour it in. Oh, it's going to, this one has a hole in it. I thought it would be thicker than this. My yellow. And my green. This would have been a good layer soap. Okay. Now, I'm going to do it backwards. Since I got 4 in there, can you see it? I think you can. We'll do it backwards. White. The blue. The yellow. And the green. And now I'm going to start first again. The white. The blue. Yellow. And the green. Then go backwards. I think you get the point what I'm doing. And I'm going to settle this down, get some air bubbles out. Okay, now we're going to start again from the beginning. I'm amazed this is still relatively fluid, so that says a lot about this scent oil, how well it behaves, and you saw all the stick blending I did. Tap this down. Okay, now we're going to start this direction. Go backwards, tap it. Go the white, the blue on the yellow, yellow on the blue, the green on the white, and all this time I never really have achieved a pudding trace like you generally want, so I am really happy with this scent oil and its behavior in cold process, so really happy with it. And I have used it before and it sticks well. That's another thing. So this is going to be one I'm going to be buying on a regular and using on a regular basis. Oops, I knew that was going to happen eventually. This will be my, well, maybe not, I don't know, I'm not going to say that because I want a nice top on this. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the majority of this up. What is stuck in these containers I will put in a mold and make one soap. Yep, good. Okay, now I'm going to slide this one aside just for a moment, let that thicken up so I can work on the top in a couple of minutes. Get my muffin mold and my spatula. Get the rest of these into here to make one for myself, maybe two. Okay, let's get the white in here. Yeah, definitely going to be two. And get the blue in here. Sorry, folks. Working kind of fast now. No, actually, I think I'll get all this into one. Yep, I will. Get my yellow into here. Yeah, I'm going to get all this into one nice one. This I'll have a nice big thick muffin bar for myself, and that's how I test it, is to do the tongue zap test and make sure it's safe, and then do the shower test. So I am extremely pleased with this chromium green and this Yuzu Sibilla performance so far in cold process soap, especially the Yuzu Sibilla for keeping a thin trace. Alright, that's mine. Let's get this out of the way because that's mine. Now let's get this over here where you can see it. I'm going to tap it. Look, it's still kind of gelatinous. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go ahead and just take a spoon, one of my spoons regulars, and I still really cannot make a top on this because it's still too thin. So I really wanted a nicely thick textured top, but instead what I'll probably do is my usual pattern. Let's get some of this back into there. Go the opposite direction. Alright. Kind of clean up the sides just a little bit, because as that heats, it'll climb, and I'm definitely going to let this go through gel phase. Okay. I'm going to wipe some of that excess into mine over there. I am going to spray this with rubbing alcohol. I'm going to let it sit up a little bit, spray it again, wrap it up so it'll go through a nice hot gel phase, and here we go. Really happy with that new color, really happy with the new scent oil, and I think I'm going to really like the apricot kernel oil in place of sweet almond, so I don't have to worry about somebody having a risk of nut allergies. Anyway, I'll see you for the cutting. Thanks for watching. Bye.